Alright, so for my little tour of the garden, we're going to start off with the greenhouse here. And let's see what we have going on in here. So let's take a look. So back there are what was intended to be dill that didn't turn out very well, and some black-eyed Susan that kind of died while it was inside, but as soon as we put it in the greenhouse, it kind of took off and took over the dill. See, right here I have a couple of bell pepper starts and some eggplant starts, a couple of acorn squashes going. Here I have two bell peppers, jalapenos, and they've already started to fruit, so that's kind of good. I got oodles and boodles of basil here, and even more right here, so they seem pretty happy. Down here is my experiment with black Krim tomatoes, and they're getting a pretty good start in the greenhouse. Right there's my eggplant that's really happy in here. And over here I have a couple of lemon verbena plants. Some failed experiments with arugula. I'm recovering some lavender that I had grand plans of growing in the front. Down there are some chives and one of a few mint buckets. Here is the first of the raised beds, and as you can see, I just pretty much slapped that together and threw some dirt in there, and amazingly enough, it actually worked. Right there, you're looking at a whole bunch of peas and snap peas.
Snap peas and sugar peas.
Snap peas and sugar peas. I got some more bell peppers over here that are really going to town.
Snow
Peas.
peas and snap peas.
Some not very happy Swiss chard, but we'll make do for now. More bell peppers. Another eggplant that never really took off.
It's been eaten.
Yeah, it's getting eaten pretty well. A couple of things of corn, which I don't think are going to do too well because the tree's right above it, but we'll see how they do. And some bundles of garlic here.
Let's get the dill. The baby
Oh.
dills.
Baby dills going in there. Baby dills. And don't forget, it's the Garden of Whedon. And back over here, I have little carrots going, and they're not really happy, but
They got eaten.
yeah, they got eaten.
Their tops got eaten.
We got some onions going, some broccoli, which is getting eaten as well, but
Better that than everything else.
yeah. Some very healthy cabbages that have kind of taken over this half, and some romaine that has been let go for a little bit too long, but still edible, and I think those will not last through the weekend. Down here we have the strawberry patch, and we put in a whole lot of strawberries down there.
Quinolts.
Quinolts. See, shows what I know. Next year we're going to put in a little bit more of a wine bottle border there, kind of a walkway. Have some hostas over there. Over here is Jonquil's flower garden. All sorts of various flowers here. On the side of the house, we're giving an attempt at two little pumpkin plants, which I'm not sure how they're going to do over here on the side, but give them a shot. Then over here, something I'm excited about is we got a couple of blueberry bushes that are starting to berry. Let's see if I can find one here. Not quite ready yet, but here they are. And this is really exciting, is the mass of raspberries. They're not quite ready yet, but
I had one yesterday.
yeah. Next week we are going to be overwhelmed by raspberries. And
There's prickly lettuce in there.
yeah.
Look at that.
And a little bit of weeds. Over here we got a rhubarb that is not getting enough sun,
He's fine.
and he's being eaten.
Everybody's rhubarb gets eaten. He's growing. He's happy.
Yeah. Still with us.
You can't eat him until next year anyway.
Yep. Kind of like that old uncle or old cat that's still with us. Hey, wait. And over here is my tomato bush. Actually, it's 3 tomato plants, and they're going to town. And these are actually German Johnson tomatoes. And quite happy that we're already seeing a few of them coming in. I think probably next week this will all start coming into its own.
Oh, look at that
Uh-huh.
one. Uh-huh.
Now let's take a look in the back. All right, this is the back garden. This raised bed was done a little bit quicker and easier and cheaper than the other one. Just bought a bunch of cinder blocks, kind of cobbled them together and threw dirt in there. And amazingly, it is doing pretty well. I think next year I'm going to raise this bed up another block and put in some extra dirt in there. And hopefully next year this will go off a little bit more. But right now, with the amount of sun that it's getting, everything is just going to town. Little pumpkins going crazy right here.
Got baby zucchini. Excuse me, well.
Little zucchinis already. This is after about 2 weeks in the garden, so I'm happy about that. Some more squash, pumpkins, beets.
Corn.
Have an entire row of corn here.
Acorns. Spaghetti. Cucumber. More pumpkin.
More.
Pumpkin, zucchini.
Yeah,
Beans are on the outside.
beans on the outside.
Beans.
And then, surprisingly, in the containers, this one's only about a week out, so that's doing pretty good.
It's a pumpkin.
That one's a pumpkin. Then here is another zucchini with about a week in the container. Then over here, we have some containers that are really going to town. This one, I believe, is a summer squash plant. This is a zucchini, and it's really taking off. And you can see there's lots of zucchinis going already in there. And over here's what I'm really excited about. Bunch of butternut squash plants. And they are really kind of going and haven't really sprouted too much yet, but I imagine that by the end of summer we're going to have quite a bit. And another attempt at mounding pumpkin, but that one's not getting enough light, so it's just kind of
He's growing.
still alive, but
He's growing.
he's growing.
He's just fine.
It's just fine.
His brothers and sisters are growing more, but he's just fine.
Yeah.
And the neighbors have peas.
And neighbor guys have done a lot of work on their yard. They put in some peas and this new fence. and a fire pit, and they're doing me a big favor by burning off all of my yard waste, so that's kind of cool. Alright, and over here I have some herb pots going. Right there is some sage, oregano, and some baby basil, rosemary, and some thyme in there as well. No jokes about the song. Then over here we have a couple of dahlias that...
This one bolted, it looks like a sunflower.
yeah, it kind of bolted, looks like a sunflower, but
It's going to be purple.
it's going to be purple and pretty when they come out in full force here. And over here are some lilies that have come and gone, and right now I'm just giving them some sun so they can dry out and be used again next year. And down there's some more dahlia plants. Alright, and here's the front of the house, and this is what Jonquil's really done a lot with. And on the front stoop here we got a bunch of potted flowers, and moved one of the mint buckets over here, and that guy has really kind of gone to town. Another flower pot. All sorts of pretties in there.
Fuchsias.
Another little container. Another container full of flowers and some fuchsias. Got a hanging basket that's doing pretty good. And down here we got an assortment all the way up the line of different flowers that we have put in. So there we got some lavender and
Speedwell.
Speedwell.
Another lavender and a lupin that's finally gone to town. It got eaten a lot.
Yep.
Some chicks and hens. And some heather. That's these. Pincushion flower. Seem to do really well here. Another hosta. Behind that is a lily. It's starting to form. That's a daylily. Another pincushion. Some wild mint that probably needs to get dug up.
Yep. And our little gnome in the front keeping guard over everything.
Rock cress. And a foxglove.
Still hanging in there.
More mint. Some lavender that got really hot in the greenhouse, but he's coming back. And our chicks and hens are flowered. Everything down here, it's way too much shade, so it's behind everything. Got some lemon thyme. Smells pretty good. And our little mice.
Nices. And that is pretty much our garden.